Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Building Character here at the Game Trade Media Studios in Timonium, Maryland. I am your host, Rick, here for Game Trade Media. We got a special guest who's just going to pop in real quick and say hi. If you guys remember Emily from some of our earlier videos, it's Emily!
Hello!
So Emily, you and some of the other marketing team members have arrived and now are in our building, right?
Yes, we have moved in.
Yeah, how do you like
Alliance has infiltrated your building.
No, it's awesome to have them here. We appreciate you guys coming in and being a part of this hallway right outside the studio.
Creative genius.
I know, it's going to be so good. So, Emily is the marketing manager for Alliance.
That's right.
She told me not to ask her what does that entail, but it entails a lot. You guys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, tons of stuff.
Yeah, so that's what Emily does, and she'll be showing up every once in a while, hopefully on some videos in the near future.
Yeah.
Her and Jerome. Katie has decided she doesn't want to be on camera.
No.
And that's okay, Katie. That's fine. You're the mastermind behind the camera, so that'll be great. But Jerome actually suggested what I do today for building character.
What?
I'm a little sad that he didn't want to come in and say, it was my idea.
Oh, he came out with it.
Yeah, well, I was going to do a villain.
Very good, Jerome.
So, so we have a little prize pack. If you take a look at the prize pack, so if you like and share this, you could potentially win one of these prize packs. And it's going to have an Evil Wizard package. It's also got some treasure chests and the Human Druid. But the Evil Wizard, I think, might be where we're going to land for our antagonist character we're going to build. So that'll be kind of cool. And I'm going to throw in a paintbrush from Games and Gears from, it says Alliance Game Distributors, but I believe it was a Games and Gears. Yeah, by Games and Gears.
Yeah, it's just a specialty edition one that we got for a couple of our trade shows that they specially made for us.
I love it. So we'll send you guys a paintbrush too, so paint these miniatures, which are provided by WizKids. Yeah. And you can check out all the cool WizKid products over at wizkids.com/unpainted, and you can see all the cool miniatures that they have.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming in. All right, so there we have it, guys and girls. We're going to be making a character that is an evil antagonist. I'm just writing up a thing here real quick. Friday the 13th edition. Dungeons and Dragons. Da-da-da. All right. Save it. Boing. So that's the thing there. Like and share could win a prize pack. Good stuff. Let's see who's all actually watching us. Hey, it's everybody. Hey, everybody. We got Craig and Walter. Hey, guys, if you'd be so kind as to like and share it, put it out there, let everybody know that we're here doing this awesome fun. And I'm going to just share it to a couple groups real quick. Let's share it to my personal timeline. Watch and like and share. Come watch and possibly win on building character. All right. There we go. Copy. And we'll post that to my personal timeline. And we'll share it to, let's see. I'm kind of thinking if you're going to do a D&D type thing, we might want to share it to a Dungeons and Dragons group. Let's go 5th edition. Paste. Post. And yeah, so that's a big prize pack you guys will see there. We'll go ahead and share it to another fantasy RPG. We'll go Tabletop Live. Boom. Here's that. Hey, Ricky. How you doing today? We're going to be building a villain today for Friday the 13th. Dungeons and Dragons villain. One of the reasons I kind of thought, hey, you know, not just because it's Friday the 13th, but, you know, the Tomb of Annihilation recently dropped at your local game store, and it's like, what a better villain is there than the great bad guy there, you know, the big lich that is the bad guy for this particular story. So I was like, oh, let's come up with a villain for Friday the 13th. And Jerome from Game Trade Magazine was like, hey, got evil wizards here. Let's come up with an evil wizard. All right. So it'll be fun. And these are miniatures that aren't even at your store yet. I think they come out this month. So these are part of a new wave of miniatures from WizKids that are available to win. So that'll be cool. All right, so let's get going and start the whole building character process. So if you're watching, please say hey and hi and everything, because we want to talk to y'all. And you guys are the ones that actually help me build these characters with your ideas behind their stories, their personality traits, their goals and ideals, and where their stats are going to go. All right. So, I do appreciate it when everybody helps. But again, like and share to win. Oh, and I'm also going to throw in a couple. I got these cool pins from Funko, and the pins have Stranger Things characters. So you got the Demogorgon. I think this is Will. It's Dustin. Who's this? It's the redhead girl that dies early in the show. What? Barb. And then 11. So, yeah. You know, we got Johnny back there saving the day.
That's what I'm here for.
What?
That's what I'm here for.
Right. So please like and share to win, and you could potentially win the prize pack that has the evil wizard, the chests, the druids, and then a paintbrush from Games and Gears. You're going to get all that stuff in there. I'm just going to move that forward just a little bit so we can see the dice as we roll them. All right, here we go. What's up, Peter? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Nicholas, thanks for the compliment on the pens. I'm going to give those away during the show today. You know, as you guys, as people like and share, I'll just also say, hey, so-and-so, you're going to win one of these pens, and get those out of here, too. And you can pick those up. Azlathor, the Siege Mage. Wow, that's a cool name, Walter. Oh, some good names coming up. All right, here we go. I'm going to start off, we're going to roll the stats, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so here we go. Our first stat is a 12. But we'll place the stats after we roll them. They're not going to go straight down the line. Let me scroll this down here. All right. Like and share. Hey, what now? Hey, look there. At the end of the show, I'll announce some winners based on who all liked and shared the video, and then I'll reach out to those that won and get your guys' information to mail you the prize pack. And the prize pack consists of the Evil Wizards, the Druid pack, the treasure chest pack, and a paintbrush from Games and Gears. And WizKids are the ones that make the miniatures. We got 2 packs of deep cuts and 1 pack of Nolzur's marvelous miniatures. So lots of good stuff. All right, next stat. Ooh, that's a nice one. 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, we're rolling 4d6, taking the highest 3. We're not going to do any re-roll of 1s or any of that stuff. It's just 46. Take it. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it. Yeah, the chest is really cool because you can have them where they're closed, and then there's 2 that are open. And what's fun is you can actually take the treasure that's in them out. So you can say, oh, you found a chest, and then if they successfully lockpick it, then you replace it with either a chest full of treasure or a chest that is empty. And right? All right, here we go. Next stat. An 8. Ugh, drop stat. So again, like and share for your opportunity to win. If you're in any gaming groups on Facebook, please drop it in there as well, because those are great opportunities for someone that is a part of your gaming community can see the video and have the opportunity to win as well. All right, 13. So we got 2 more stats to roll for this evil baddie for Friday the 13th. It's always fun to build an antagonist, because when you think about, heroes, a lot of heroes are defined, like Batman, are defined by the villains they face. So, the Joker is a great antagonist, the Riddler, the Penguin, Clayface, all those guys are really good bad guys, and Batman, like I said, is defined by that. And in D&D, a lot of times your heroes only become heroes based on the villains they defeat. So that's what's going to be kind of fun. You know, a lot of times we always think, oh, the villains are, you know, Ragshard, the vicious, who is this big orc leader, but sometimes it's just another, you know, like character class typed up guy who's like the lead of a thieves guild or an assassination guild or assassins guild or an evil wizard who has minions. You know, you defeated the evil wizard at the Tower of Inverness, you know, and there you have it. You know, so the villains are what actually make the heroes. So let's make a really good Friday the 13th villain. Ooh, 4, 5, 6, a 7. Well, this evil villain is nice. Thank you, Matthew. We appreciate that. Hanthgar. How do you say that name? That's an awesome name, though. I shared with my games groups in Des Moines, Iowa. Nice. Like the demon head. Where the demon? Oh yeah, right here on the pen. The Demogorgon pencil topper or pen top thing from Pop Vinyl. All right, 16. There we go. That's a decent stat. And our last one is a 16. Cool. I like it. Remember to like and share this video for the chance to win one of the cool prize packs. There's the stats we got. We got a 12, a 15, an 8, a 13, a 7, and a 16. Now this all kind of comes back to what are we making? Are we going to go with the evil wizard? We don't have to go with the evil wizard. We can come up with any old bad guy. Because I kind of feel like with a 16 and a 15, you know, he could be a rogue. He could be, or he or she could be a fighter. There's lots of opportunity, lots of different angles we could take this. So, based on that, what do you guys think we should do? Ra's al Ghul, yes. The demon head, Ra's al Ghul. You got me right there. Good call there, Frank. I like it. Hey, Drew. Well, how you doing? Veda, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us. I see that you guys are watching. We're doing a building character today, so if you like and share this, you also have the opportunity to win a cool little miniature prize pack. We've got druids, treasure chests, and evil wizards, and also a paintbrush by Games that was manufactured by Games and Gears, so that you can have a paintbrush to paint said miniatures with. Can't get you the paints, but there's lots of places to go find those. All right, what's up, Drew at 1 Inch Heroes? Check them out. All right, so our stats have been dropped. So what are we making, guys? What is our evil baddie going to be? I want to kind of build him as a character class out of the player's handbook, so that we can give him or her a character class to fall behind, and then we'll kind of speculate on that character, give him a cool background, him or her a cool background, so that we can see what took them down the path of evil, if you will. Unless we just want to do a Dr. Evil-esque character, that would be kind of funny too. Evil rogues are always cool. A Jason Voorhees type of bad guy. All right. Nicholas Lamb says Jason Voorhees. I like Ricky's. Evil rogues. Evil rogues are always cool. I kind of feel like, you know, some of the better ones being Dritzt's bad guy there. What was his guy's? Enteri. Artemis Enteri was his like bad guy. A rogue sorcerer, so a multi-classed character. Or we could just go with a rogue arcane trickster, which at 5th level you can take as a skin. Maybe it's a 3rd level, but let's take a look real quick at what that would be. Rogue. What is that, rogue? Arcane trickster. It is right here. Yeah, 3rd level, you can pick a roguish archetype. And a roguish archetypes are thief, arcane trickster, or assassin. So those are all pretty cool. The mage hand ledger domain. You can make a spectral hand invisible. That's kind of cool. So we can do that. So you go arcane trickster. That would be a lot of fun. So, what do you guys think? We've got Rogue. We got 2 for Rogue, 1 for a Jason Voorhees. What would Jason Voorhees even be outside? I mean, outside of a potential like revenant undead. You know, could he be a fighter or something like that, or a barbarian class, and then he becomes a revenant undead, but with a little bit of intelligence, or just a drive to kill? What would you guys make him as far as that character class type? Because, you know, this being, like I said, the Friday the 13th, we want to kind of do a spooky themed bad guy for Dungeons and Dragons, you know. I've done one where we had a ranger who started messing with this necromantic device. He was using it as, he didn't realize what it was. He also did taxidermy, and when a lot of the locals would go out hunting, the city folk, they'd go to him to do taxidermy on their catches, and then he was using this like brand that he would heat up, and then he would brand the taxidermied item or animal, but come to find out it was actually this necromantic device that once stamped into the carcass, it would actually bring that thing back to life as an undead skeleton. But it also turned him over time, and so he became this like intelligent ranger warrior thing. It was kind of cool. Warlocks are spooky. You know, Ricky, I think you're right that Ricky's also 100% behind the rogue idea. That's just me, though. I agree. I think Jason Voorhees would be a fighter type, and then just given some sort of like I said, a revenant, like a revenge zombie type thing. But yeah, okay. So the class is going to be rogue. All right. Now we need to come up with a race. Is he going to be human? Is it going to be halfling? A dwarf? What do you guys think? What race would you make him? So we've got the dwarf. We've got the elf, which are always fun. We've got the halfling. Interesting. Lots of information on the elves there. Halflings, human, the dragonborn, the gnome, I'm just kidding, the gnome, and half elf, half orc, and tiefling. Tieflings are kind of scary. A Kenku blood raven. Jesus, Tim. Tiefling, hellish, rebuke is always fun. You're right. A rogue's favorite armor is leather because it's made out of hide. Get it? Oh yeah, actually I recently introduced a story called The Faceless Gnome as a fear for one of my characters. That's kind of cool. Cool, I like the idea of a tiefling. Tieflings are always a good one because they do already have that hellish, demon-esque look. And so what do you guys think? Tiefling? Gnome? What do you guys think? We've already got one on tiefling, so that's always a good one. I like that, Tim. Cursed with no face, he wanders stealing other faces. Ugh, that's... Remember, 10 years ago, the Faceless Gnome came to this campground and stole all the faces of the campers. And as they rotted away, he'd have to find a new face to replace the one before. That's kind of scary. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm just thinking the whole stealing faces thing, it just reminds me of Tommy Simbazo's character in his Laugh Finder podcast. Do not give me that look.
Okay. No, we love Tommy. Do a Goliath raised by dwarves, changeling, or Kenku. Kenku is interesting. Lots of tieflings. All right, so tiefling is the winner. I'm going to come back to that Kenku blood one, and the changeling is good too. And the Faceless Gnome is pretty cool. As a cursed Faceless Gnome. So, dang, man, you guys always have some good ones. You know what? I'm going to roll for it. So, 1 and 2 will be the gnome, Faceless Gnome type thing. We'll go with, or just a cursed character in that capacity. 3 and 4 will be a tiefling. And then 5 or 6, I don't have the stats for Kenku in this book, so I may need you guys to help me out there. Yeah, so 5 and 6. 5 is a Kenku, 6 is a Goliath. And I'll need you guys to help me because I do not have the stats for those characters with me today. So 1 and 2 is gnome, 3 and 4 is Tiefling, and 5 is Kenku, 6 is Goliath. 1, so we are going with the Gnome. So we are going to race Gnome. Cursed. I do like that. The cursed, we're just going to drop it right into there. Cursed Faceless. It's pretty cool. Also, just a reminder, please like and share this. For those of you that are watching, if you like it and share it, you have the opportunity to win a prize pack. We have today's prize pack is a 3-pack miniature set of some miniatures from WizKids that isn't even out yet. We've got the Evil Wizards, we've got Nolzur's Druids and Deep Cuts, treasure chest, and a paintbrush. Because these are already pre-primed with Vallejo Prime, that paintbrush is just going to be ready for you to use, and that is coming from Games and Gears. So if you like it and share it, you can win it right there. There it is. That's a pretty cool prize pack. So please do that. Maybe the haunted backstory. Ooh, a deep gnome. What books? The only books I have with me today, everybody, I just have the Player's Handbook, and also the new Tomb of Annihilation I brought in just because I wanted you guys to see it. Because hey, it just dropped here recently, and if you don't have it, it's always a good idea to go to your friendly local game store and pick up the latest book that's coming out from Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. And this is the most recent book to drop, and super cool campaign. So please go out, support your community, be a part of it, have lots of fun. Pick up the Tomb of Annihilation. I'm actually going to set this right here. And you guys can be like, oh, sweet. So we're going to drop back to the gnome. And because he is a gnome, dexterity is a high point for the rogue. So he's going to take that 16 in dexterity. But gnomes get racial bonuses on, let's see, we have forest gnome, rock gnome. Do they even have the deep gnome in here? No, I have rock gnome. So, oh, there it is, deep gnomes. A third subrace of gnomes, the deep gnomes, or I've never been able to pronounce that word. The Verfniblin live in a small community scattered in the Underdark. Unlike the Draugr and the Drow, they are as good as their surface cousins. However, their humor and enthusiasm are dampened by their oppressive environment, and their intensive expertise is directly mostly towards stonework. So their inventive expertise is directed mostly towards stonework. But let's give this guy, yeah, just because they tend to be good guys, this one is absolutely evil. So yeah, cursed with Faceless. He will actually be, we'll give him level 6 when we finish him up. He's going to be a level 6 character because I want him to have the rogue skin, so he can be an archetype. He could be a arcane trickster, using sleep to capture, put someone down and then cut their face off and wear it for his own. The haunted one is from Curse of Strahd. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I do have a copy of that, but not here. I have to look up the Curse of the Haunted one. All right, I'm writing that down, everybody, because that does sound cool. But do a rock gnome who was given bad parts to tinker with, and that's how he lost his face. All right, so Cursed Frost Gnome of Ronterra. Man, you guys got such good ideas. Any character background options you could use from the Tomb of Annihilation? That's a great question. What a great question. Any character backgrounds that we can use from this? But the fact that this takes place in the jungles of Cholt, I believe that is where it takes place. Yeah, in Cholt. Death Curse, character advancement. Who is Asarak? Everybody knows who Asarak is, right? He's a bad guy. So we have races of Cholt. The Batiri, which are goblins. The Aarakocra, the birdmen. Another, dwarves. Frost giants. 20 of them went to Cholt in search of the Ring of Winter. That's kind of cool. Grungs, Terrorfolk, to Tabaxi, Were tigers, yuntai. Ooh, yuntai. Those are things that are awesome. But let's see what they got in here. Maybe in the back we get some cool new stuff. Those are, we got some, looks like some map keys in here. Ooh, the Yuntai Brood Guard. Those are cool. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. I mean, I literally just picked it up, so I haven't actually had a chance to peruse it yet. But there are some pretty cool things in here. Just see what we got. Monsters and NPCs, magic items, dead explorers. Those are always fun to find. Let's take a look at the table of contents. So in the table of contents, we have the introduction, land, dwellers of the Forbidden City, Fane of the Night Serpent, Tomb of the Nine Gods, character backgrounds, Appendix A, random encounters. So Appendix A on page 191. Oh, shoot. Appendix A, character backgrounds. So we can actually, yeah, that would kind of be kind of fun to add into this. Haunted one is from Curse of Strahd. Okay, we got that. But yeah, so if you guys, again, as I'm going to read these off, we're going to just put it up, like and share, show the prize pack as I read a little bit here. So character backgrounds. During the character creation, players can select the following backgrounds for their characters with your approval. These backgrounds are appropriate for any character or campaign associated with the discovery and exploration of exotic cultures and lost civilizations. Now, a gnome who is evil with a faceless curse could actually be a really cool, like, treasure hunter, and he or she uses that ability or that curse to infiltrate digs or archaeological explorations in that sense. It takes over like the leader's face or something like that, because much like the, I hate to even say it, but the faceless ones from Game of Thrones, they could, make themselves look taller using stilts and stuff to give illusions to their character. So, but here are some backgrounds. We've got anthropologists who have always been fascinated by other cultures, from the most ancient and primeval lost lands to the most modern civilizations. By studying other cultures, customs, philosophies, laws, rituals, religious beliefs, languages, and art, you have learned how tribes, empires, and all forms of society in between craft their own destinies and doom. So that would be kind of cool for a faceless one, because maybe they're trying to find the way to remove the curse that they've been given through anthropology. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, there's the archaeologist, which we all know learns about the long lost and fallen cultures of the past by studying their remains, their bones, their ruins, their surviving masterworks, and their tombs. Those who practice archaeology travel to the far corners of the world to root through crumbled cities and lost dungeons. I should have taken that archetype or that background for my character that I play in my current campaign. I took Sage, because archaeologists hadn't been developed in that capacity, and I kind of play him like this, which is kind of neat. So this would actually be a really cool one, again, because maybe he's an archaeologist. I always think of the bad guy from the Indiana Jones movies, the guy that was in the first one. It's one step. Just, he lets Indy go and find the golden statue, comes out, and there he is. Oh, hello, Indy. I'll take that. Thank you for being so kind as to go in and find it for me. I'll go away before I kill you. That guy is always, that evil bad guy that guy was, could also go with the faceless one. So Jonathan says, what does faceless do? So faceless, based on what has already been kind of said in the chat, the faceless character, this curse that we're going to put on this character that has kind of taken them down this path of evil, is maybe he wanted to be able to better infiltrate or be a better thief, and it got cursed with not having his own face and never knowing his own identity anymore. Now he has to cut the faces off of of people and wear them as his own, so as to blend in with his surroundings. Otherwise, he literally looks like the Question from DC Comics. It has no face. Outside of maybe a mouth and nose holes to breathe, right? But it's just nothing there. There's nothing, but he can put on a face and then take over that personality. But the thing is, I think that those faces over time would decompose and rot, and so you'd get that stench, and there could be a lot of really interesting character flaws and hooks to that you could throw in there for this as a bad guy or antagonist in any campaign. So, strangely, lawful evil is magically compelled to rip faces from victims. However, was once a lawful good character who long ago felt remorse for his victims. Yeah, that sounds exactly like that. So that would be perfect. Magically compelled to rip the faces off of others. Like Josh. Hi, Josh. There he is. He's on the cameras. Rawr.
It's Friday the 13th.
That's right. So we're, and again, based on Friday the 13th, we're doing a antagonist, a bad guy, a villain type, and we came up with a gnome who suffers from the faceless curse. And in having that curse, he has to remove the faces of people to take on their identities and stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of a neat little character.
Do we have?
So the prizes that we're giving away, we have a miniature prize pack with some miniatures from WizKids. We have two deep cuts and a Nolzurs, the evil wizards, the treasure chests, and the druids, and a paintbrush from Games and Gears.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's a cool little prize pack. So if you like and share to win, it could be yours. Could be yours. Was that a goblin? He's a goblin. Look at that. He's doing a picture-in-picture. I like it. It's on this side.
Ah, right.
So there it is. Those are the prizes you can win right there.
Goblin picture.
An archaeologist gnome who was cursed deep within the ruins of Nadu, and now the ruins are his hunting grounds, and young adventurers are lured there in hopes of treasure. Nicholas, that is actually pretty cool. I like that as well. Me. All right. So we're going to give him 16 dexterity. Because he is a gnome, gnomes get an increase in their intelligence by 2. I feel like the 13 intelligence would go there, and that would become a 15. However, because he is so visually just ridiculous because of having no face, charisma of 7. And a 15, 15 constitution, 15 intelligence, 12 wisdom, and an 8 strength. Never was quite the strong rogue, but definitely has all the other abilities that he would need. But now he is cursed. So that's kind of cool. All right, so we got his stats. So his stats are Strength 8, Dex 16, Con, and Intelligence 15, Wisdom 12, Charisma 7. Very cool. One of the next parts that I always really do like doing is going ahead and looking at the personality traits, ideals, and stuff like that. And because we did go with the archaeologist, I really feel like having that as his background, that he was an archaeologist, was a good adventurer, got cursed in a dungeon, and then that's kind of like his now hunting and haunt. But he does travel around even more because he also does want to fix his face. Hey, thanks. I got Captain America, I got Spider-Man and Iron Man. I've got Nightcrawler teleporting to the front of my arm right there. Boom. I don't know if that's, there he is. So it's all pretty cool. And I got Wolverine up here, and then the Thing right there. Yeah, all sorts of cool tats. Cool. Anyways, so the archaeologist. What does he get here? Skill proficiencies, history, and survival. Tool proficiencies, cartographer's tools, or navigator's tools. What do you guys think? Cartographer's tools or navigator's tools? What do we give him? He gets an additional language of choice. I would go with Aarakocra. So that'd be kind of cool. What do you guys think? Nightcrawler rocks, a curved poison dagger for dex-based attack. Okay. Go with that with curved dagger. like a Chris. It has a poison effect, like a sleep poison, so you can then cut the face off of that. That'd be kind of cool. Poison sleep. That'd be kind of cool. Signature item. I don't understand. You know, who would want a signature item that is like a 10-foot pole? Who's going to carry around? What gnome is going to carry around a 10-foot pole? I don't know. Crowbar, hat, hooded lantern. It says roll a d8. I should probably just roll a d8, right? We'll just do that. I have those over here. I think I have a d8 in here. You all right? Uh-oh. Can't breathe in that thing? That's funny. See, we have a lot of fun here at the Game Trade Media Studio here in Timonium, Maryland. The zombie just couldn't breathe. Here we go. We're going to find out what this gnome's signature item is. It's kind of funny. Remember to like and share, everybody. That's of utmost importance today. Please like and share this broadcast for a chance to win. All right, we rolled. There, that wasn't good. I didn't. We rolled a 1. So yeah, this his signature item is a 10-foot pole. Yeah, you know, a hat would be kind of cool. Do we want to keep a 10-foot? What is a gnome archaeologist going to do as his signature item as a 10-foot pole? Makes no sense. Unless it's just like, I would touch you with a 10-foot pole and then pushes you into a trap. I don't know. That's just weird. Or a 7-foot long staff. But I like the hat. Oh, so, okay, so navigator. It does sound like that from the Sioux mythology. All right, so we'll go with, yeah, we're going to give him a hat. Maybe even a hat that has like a hat of extended shadows. So a hat of extended shadows. So we're creating a magic item right now. So it will actually extend the shadow from him over his face, like a veil, a little bit. And then also any shadows around him are expanded as well. So that'd be kind of cool. I don't like the 10-foot pole idea. Let's go with 7. Yes, a sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. He can't even lift it. He has an 8 strength. And there we have Josh. Everybody's just hanging out today. That's kind of cool. If anybody has any sunglasses on, Ray-Bans, if you will, you might be seeing it a little differently. I actually think because it's a high-definition camera, it's showing you in a different light there, Josh. Hooded lantern, crowbar, hat. I like the hat. We'll go with that. That's a signature item, the hat. A hat of disguise would be kind of cool, but the thing about the hat of disguise is, then what purpose would he have to actually cut the faces off of people if he can just use the hat of disguise to manipulate his ability to be seen in a different light or different vision? But I do like the hat of disguise. You can use an action to cast the disguise self spell, form it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed. A mirror. What? They live. I'm wondering what would be some other interesting items you'd want to throw in there with this evil bad guy? You know, that actually is kind of what I envisioned the faceless gnome to have right there, because that looks kind of like a faceless, you know, thing going on. Give him a little bit of a cannibalism thing too. That would be kind of cool. Or just the blood when he cuts the face off somebody, the blood coming through the cracks until he can manipulate. What the heck? Yeah. I like it. But some of the personality traits we do get here are a love of good puzzle or mystery. I'm a pack rat. It says roll a d8. So let's just roll a d8 and see what our personality trait for this character is. A 2. I'm a pack rat who never throws anything away. That's actually kind of cool. As an archaeologist, I can see how an archaeologist would be like a pack rat. Once they find something, it's theirs. But or maybe because he, instead of being the archaeologist that wants to find stuff to share with the world, kind of like the indie side, this because of his insanity, because of becoming cursed, he has now decided, if I find it, it is mine. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers type thing. So pack rat who never throws anything away. So he's a hoarder. All right, he's going with the archaeologist skin. Pack rat who never throws anything away. That's kind of cool. Remember, like and share to win, everybody. Because we really want to give away this cool package to you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I only shared this into a couple groups. So if you are a part of a board game group, a Dungeons and Dragons group, a miniature gaming group, or an RPG group on Facebook, share it in there as well, because we'd love to be able to see more people have the potential to win our prize pack today. That'd be pretty cool. Which was given to us by WizKids and Alliance. So make sure you check out WizKids.com and WizKids.com/unpainted to see all the cool miniatures that are coming out under their Nolzur's line and their Deep Cuts line. These miniatures that we are giving out aren't even in stores yet, which is really cool. So they're supposed to be coming out this next quarter here. So they should be available real soon. And they're awesome. The treasure trove grows as young adventurers fall. Dang, yes. Now the next one is ideals. And what's really cool is there are evil ideals. So you have greed, death wish, immortality, danger. With every great discovery comes grave danger. The two walk hand in hand. I like the evil one, or the chaotic. Nothing is more exhilarating than a narrow escape from the jaws of death. Then there's also the dead and their belongings deserve to be treated with respect. As, immortality is another one. All my exploring is part of a plan to find the secret of everlasting life. It's kind of cool. So I am going to roll it, but if it comes up as one of the good themed ones, skip, because we are not building a good character. 4, dignity. The dead and their belongings deserve to be treated with respect. I'm trying to think how we can spin that in an evil way. I mean, it's kind of it's lawful, but there is lawful evil. Maybe that's why he hoards it, because he feels like maybe he's the only one that can respect the dead properly, and that's why he doesn't give away or want to give away any of the stuff that he has. So I can see how that could also be evil. We'll go with dignity. Dead deserve respect. I like that. And I think if we can give him that respect, he utilizes that even when he meets other like undead that are like intelligent undead, he gives them that respect and everything, and maybe he actually has an association with an even greater being that he hopes that maybe he can, through showing that respect to that individual, like the big bad guy in this here, the Asarak, the Lich. Maybe he is associated with Asarak and is like, if he does good things under the name for Asarak, he'll get the ability to get that curse removed that he does want it removed, but he's had it for so long now. It's like, why? So that's kind of a cool one. Bond. Ever since I was a child, I don't know, we'll just roll it. It's a D6. On page 192, if you have this book. Yeah, through the items, he believes he can speak to the dead. That's cool. Yeah, he's part of the whole Asmodeus. So, hey, Marty, thanks for sharing. We appreciate it. We're going to be announcing the winners here at the end. For everybody that liked and shared this video, we do appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting us be a part of your gaming community, and thanks for joining our gaming community today as we build this character. For those of you that are just tuning in, we are building a Friday the 13th antagonist bad guy, and through the suggestions of the people in the chat room and the book Tomb of Annihilation, we've decided that we're making a gnome rogue who will be level 6 once he is totally done. Who is going to be lawful evil and has already gotten a curse. He has a cursed that is faceless. So his image is removed, and now he kills his victims and cuts their face off, places it over his own, and takes their place for a given amount of time as necessary to continue his evil plots. So yeah, and usually using the archaeologist's skin or background, because he was an archaeologist out finding our artifacts and stuff in the jungles of Cholt, because it is the Tomb of Annihilation. We'll throw him down there in the jungles of Cholt. And he is now cursed and has gone a little crazy, and so lots of cool little backgrounds here. So the next thing we're working on is his bond. Ever since I was a child, I've never... Oh, a 5. So I'm secretly in love with a wealthy patron who sponsors my archaeological exploits. Maybe he did go down here, as far as his background. He was secretly in love with a gnome female whose father was someone that would help back the program of going down there. Lawful evil respects the dead because he regrets the compulsions from his curse to harvest faces, but knows he must or become a mindless monster. Yes, his goal is to break his curse, but is yet to find someone powerful enough or the creature who cursed him to break it. Yeah, exactly. There it is, Tim. That's exactly what we're talking about, and I love it. What a cool... I mean, this is a character that any of us could throw into a campaign and would make for an excellent bad guy. So that's kind of cool that this character can be utilized by anybody. So, take what we're all throwing down here and let that be the thing. So I am going to use that secretly in love, and that's also why he is driven to remove this curse, because he wants to go back to the woman that he was in love with, whose father had financed the expeditions he's gone on. Which is, again, that tragedy. Everybody has a tragedy. Jason Voorhees, his mom. Bates, mommy. Man, secretly in love with his mom. No, can't do that. Secretly in love with Backer's daughter. So that's kind of cool. And flaws. Everybody has to have a flaw. It says roll a d6, or you can pick one. Let's roll a d6 and see what we get. All right, get this out of the way. D6, and that is a 2. I can't leave a room without searching it for secret doors. So whenever he goes into a new room, and maybe even part of his psychosis, that when he is in a room, he has to have searched it for secret doors before he exits. So that's kind of cool too. It's like that OCD. It's like, got to turn the doorknob 3 times before I exit the room. But this one, he has to give it a scan for secret doors. Must scan for secret rooms or doors before exiting. That's awesome. That's a pretty cool flaw to have. It's like you get him into a room he's never been into. Now he's not going to leave until he does his total search of it, so you've got him trapped there because his OCD won't, or his psychosis won't let him out of that space. Yeah, definitely obsessive. And when he finds stuff, he hoards it. Yeah, he's definitely got that obsessive nature, and it could all become a part, because he's so obsessed with removing the curse, but it's not going to change the fact that he's gone crazy. He's now very evil. Used to be a good guy, but through the curse and his long-term problems with it, having to kill people to put on new faces and stuff, has definitely gone the path of lawful evil. Yeah, this is a really cool character, and you guys, thank you so much for helping build this character. You know what we were missing? I mean, the rest of the stuff, picking his skills and everything else, is kind of, I can do that on the side. I'll write those out and I'll put them down, and then we'll do some more information on this character for you guys. So if you want to join our group here on Facebook, we do have a group. It's called Building Character. It's a Facebook group. You can join that group and share your cool character builds and bad guy builds and monsters and all that stuff in that group with everybody, because we all like it. And that can be for any RPG, not just Dungeons and Dragons. Any RPG that you might be playing, it's also a lot of fun. So join us in there. But we need a name. This character needs a name. So come on, guys. So Chris, he is, that's a cool name, Urukai. He is actually a gnome, not a dwarf. Some sort of trinket or relic he was seeking for his love's father, for perhaps her. Ooh, that's a good one. That's another, search for a trinket. I'm going to write that down. For an item or trinket to win the hand of his love. That's awesome. What a great idea. Obsessive because he thinks the thing to remove his curse is in the dungeon he was cursed in. Anyone who either enters potentially is a threat to him breaking the curse. Yeah, that's a good one, Tim. I love it. Very cool. Yeah, so if you go to the Facebook page, that would be great. The Facebook group, Building Characters, is one of the groups that we put together for people that for RPGs. But like I said, it doesn't have to be Dungeons and Dragons. Any role-playing game is what Building Characters group is all about. If you're playing Polaris or Feng Shui or Dragon Age or White Wolf games like Vampire and Werewolf and all those things, we love it if you come in there, share your passion for role-playing games in there and the characters that you're building and populating your campaigns and worlds with, because we love it. Jara Cool. That's a cool name, Jonathan. Jara Cool. Facey. Frank, come on. Facey could be his nickname. That's what all the liches and higher up on the levels of evil call him. Facey over there in that little dungeon that got cursed. I know, I totally cursed him. It's so much fun to watch Facey walk around without his face. Crackington. I like Facey. So, maybe that could be, it was like a riddle or something that he failed and was like, and his name being Facey. Facey Crackington. I like that. Okay, there you go. All right. I mean, it just instills terror in this character. Facey. Hello, my name is Facey Crackington, and I am a gnome rogue who's evil, and I'll cut your face off. Ginjar Lanzu. Dang it, Facey. Facey's got 2 votes. Lanzu Crackington. Borman Face Stealer. Facey McFace Stealer. There's some cool names. You guys are dropping some good ones. But we need more. Let's throw some more ideas out there. Right now, Facey Crackington is the winner. We want to see what else you guys can come up with. I know. Satany Emless. Facey, dang it. All right, so his first name is Facey, but I think that's short for something. Maybe his real first name was like Facetious Casper. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes you just got to go with the obvious. His name is Ben. Ben Crackington, a.k.a. Facey. He lived so long he forgets his name, but Facey is the name placed upon him by the town surrounding the dungeon, as they think him only myth over time. Dang it, Tim, you and your good ideas. Jenks Facey Facialer. It is funny until you realize he is very real. All right, you know what? Because I love the name Ben, that will be his real name, Benjamin. Benjamin Crackington. But he goes by Facey because of his current situation and the myth behind the faceless one. Facey McFaceface. You got me, guys. All right, so please go ahead, like and share. We're in our last few minutes of the program. We only do this for about an hour. We're in the last few minutes, but please like and share. We want to get the winners out there. Those prize pack that we have available, which is the miniatures. We've got the gnome, we got some wizards, evil wizards. We got some treasure chests. There's 4 treasure chests in there, 2 closed ones, 2 open ones. The treasures in the open ones actually come out so you can surprise your adventurers with a full load of treasure or an empty treasure chest. And then we also have some druids there. And these are by WizKids, so check out WizKids product. It's super cool. So the name we came up with was Ben Crackington, a.k.a. Facey, which is a really cool name. So you guys, good job on that. That is so funny. I'm going to go ahead and see how many people we got going. Hey, let me go ahead and do a refresh on the page. I want to see how many people shared it. I'm guessing quite a few of you, which would be awesome. All right. Wow, 50 shares, guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to those of you that shared, and I might just have a couple extra prizes similar to that one, a couple extra prize packs. So if you get the email, and I'll put a list of everybody that won, I think maybe 10 of you. I might have about 10 prize packs to give away. So thank you again. See, that's a surprise here at the end. We appreciate you guys helping us grow this community here at Game Trade Media. It is imperative that we get this information out to you guys because we want you guys to have fun in the hobby you enjoy. So go to your local game store, your friendly local game store, and become part of your community there. Show up, play some games. If you are someone that likes to teach games and everything, do that. Show the community your support through teaching games, joining games, asking questions, having fun, all the good stuff there. If you are one of the ones that wins the prize pack and you paint those miniatures, please show us in the Painting Happy Little Minis group we've got. And follow us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. for that show, Painting Happy Little Minis, if this is your first time tuning in with us. And which is also a lot of fun. And then every Friday at 2, building character. Unless, of course, there's a convention we're going to be at, like PAX Unplugged in November. If you guys are in the Philadelphia area, go to PAX Unplugged. Check it out at PAX Unplugged on the interwebs. And get a ticket, show up, hang out with us at that awesome show. And then, I think that's pretty much it. It's Friday. It's Friday the 13th. Watch all the spooky movies tonight. Have a great weekend. Do all the great things and play all the games. I've been your host, Rick, here at Game Trade Media. This has been awesome. Thanks again, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend. See you next week.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.